All right, everybody, we're here for Everyday Crypto once again. Jason and John for Crypto Tax Shield, and we're gonna jump into an interesting topic today. Something that as I start delving into more and more crypto stuff, you start seeing things about NFTs, and my first reaction is like, oh, I got to learn more about these. So I'm like, let's get Jason on a call. Let's record it. Let's create a little lesson for everybody. So thanks for being here, Jason, for another one of these. These are awesome. So
thanks for having me, John. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So NFTs, started seeing these, I don't know, I mean, not too long ago, but I haven't really been involved in crypto for a while. So what is it? What is NFT? What does it stand for? What is it?
Yeah. So think of an NFT as a baseball card on steroids that graduated at the top of its class from MIT.
Wow. It's a good resume.
That's what it is. It's a non-fungible token. That's what NFT stands for.
Gotcha.
Non-fungible means it's completely unique. It can't be replaced, or it's just unique.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can replace one Bitcoin with another Bitcoin,
right?
But you can't replace one NFT with the same NFT. It's completely unique. That's the non-fungible part of it, and the token is just the crypto relation to blockchain coding and.
Gotcha. Interesting. How long has it been around? Is it fairly new?
So I started hearing about it a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of talk started coming about last September, like September of 2020.
Okay.
And I'd be honest with you, I didn't understand it then at all.
Yeah.
In fact, I was pretty late to the party. I never really understood it until, I don't know, about 6 months ago I started to get it. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. That's probably around the first time I even heard the term, sort of out there in cyberspace. I didn't take a lot of time to learn about it. I wasn't really involved at the time. So now that I am getting involved, it's obviously on my radar.
Right.
I know that they're attached a lot to like digital art, pictures, all that kind of stuff. Is it sort of just around those types of items?
So that's last April of 2021. That's what started happening. That was the NFT's big welcoming out, welcome party.
Right.
And I think Beeble, the artist, sold like his first NFT for something like $69 million or something.
Yep, I saw that.
And that made news, and everyone heard about it. But so at first, they were profile pics, and I think they were almost like a peacocking or a flex move from guys who've been in crypto a long time. So you got to remember, a lot of these guys who've been in crypto from the early days, they accumulated a mass of Ethereum at $1 or $10 a coin.
Right.
So when NFTs came out and they were extremely limited and rare, these guys, use them as flex pieces. You go out and buy a Bored Ape Yacht Club or a Crypto Punks, and they put it as their display picture on their crypto wallets and Twitter and whatnot. And there's a way of letting everyone know that, hey, I'm a big deal in crypto.
Kind of like their own. It's like their own cyber bling. It's like,
yeah, 100%. That's what it was.
That's interesting. Okay.
But it's evolved from that.
Yeah.
Like that's how it started. But now it's so much more.
Sure.
I always say that technology grows exponentially.
Right.
And you see that in crypto. But even within crypto, NFTs grow exponentially compared to that. The amount of ground, technologically wise, that NFTs have made up in the last 6 months is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Interesting. So, with all that being said, I know it's fairly new. In your estimation, is this a passing fad, or is this going to stick around for a while?
No, this is going to grow exponentially very fast.
Gotcha.
Like I said, at first it was profile pics, and everyone could understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like buying a Monet or something like that.
Right.
now NFTs do DeFi, and they're attached to gaming. And there's this marriage going on currently that I'm extremely excited to watch play out, where NFTs, DeFi, and gaming marry, right? And you can buy NFTs, put them in games, and earn daily passive income. So now you're looking at them as DeFi instruments, daily passive income. And it's really exciting to watch how this is going to play out. I think it's going to change the world, the marriage of those three things. Interesting.
So, and this is sort of maybe just for my own curiosity, have you seen, what's some of the weirder NFTs that you've seen, or are there, or is everybody sort of sticking to a certain way of doing it?
So the wormhole in crypto is deep.
Right.
I've never seen the bottom of that wormhole.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The wormhole within NFTs is even deeper. I'll be honest with you, it's amazing. I spend most of my day looking at NFT projects, and the coolest thing I see going on right now, outside of gaming, is I noticed that Nike and Adidas have both showed up to the party.
Interesting.
And I think that's going to be really interesting to watch how that plays out, because they both have very large pockets, and this is a new market niche that they're both not only seeing value in, but aggressively going after it.
Right.
And I'm curious to see how much money they throw at it and how expensive those NFTs become.
Right.
I'm also very bullish on the Gala Game NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way they do their structure. You can make daily passive income off these things. I mean, I know a lot of my friends have quit their jobs because of these specific NFTs.
Right.
You know, with NFTs, you want to get in early.
Okay.
You know, you want to see a project, catch it when it only has a few thousand followers on Twitter.
Sure.
And then you want to be right.
Right.
Because if you're right, a small investment becomes worth a lot of money very fast. Like, it's nothing for an NFT to sell for millions of dollars that you picked up for $1,000 6 months ago. It happens all the time.
Right.
I mean, it's very common. So, yeah, I'm very bullish on the long-term.
That's interesting. And I want to go back to something you just said, talking about Nike and Adidas, I think you said, delving into the NFTs. That's interesting to me, just from a traditional standpoint, because when you get those big names like that come in, boy, they just smooth out the trepidation a lot of normal people on the street would have, even thinking about it. You know.
Right. You got to ask yourself, they got the smartest guys in the world working for them, right?
That's right.
What are those guys telling the head honchos at Adidas who know nothing about NFTs? Like, these guys sure have zero knowledge. So just imagine what that board meeting sounded like when these experts come in and say, look, you're missing the biggest market ever. And you don't want to get caught sleeping on this. And I tell you what else was interesting about this, and it reflects NFTs, but not only NFTs, but crypto in general, is corporate game theory. So Nike was first, but it wasn't a week later Adidas jumped in. Adidas could not give Nike that edge, right?
Right.
And that's corporate game theory playing out. And they won't be the only two, right? So I'm sure Reebok and Converse and everyone else who's attached to those corporate entities, they're all going to come in. They won't have no choice, right?
Yeah, it really is interesting. Yeah, but it just takes a few of those big swingers to just open the gates to everybody else, you know.
Absolutely.
So a guy like me, sort of new to the game, learning the verbiage as I go, sort of making mistakes as I go, should I invest? Like, just
so the NFT landscape is it's next level crypto. So you kind of got to come in with the idea of do your research first.
Of course.
Because most NFTs you're going to buy, 99% of them will not be around a couple years from now. But the 1% that sticks around and has massive utility and value, they will be worth a lot, right? So I would say if you wanted to come in, get involved, first I would go to OpenSea.io. That's the leading Ethereum-based NFT secondary marketplace. And that's where a lot of activity goes on. And just surf. Surf and see what you like. Like,
Okay.
does this look cool? Does that look cool? Maybe buy some really super cheap ones that you can kind of just get used to the buying process.
Right.
And then from there, join a community, right?
Right.
Communities where all the knowledge is at. Like Crypto Tax Shield or a million other communities out there that are, passionate about NFTs.
Right.
And just see if you can find a project that kind of touches you. Like, kind of, you see it, you see the vision.
Right.
And then buy one and hold on to it and brag your friends.
Right. Right. That's sage advice, right? Yeah. No, but I think that's a smart strategy, right? Which is just, dip your toe into it in a way that you're not going to wreck your life, So
Yeah.
I think that's always smart,
Right.
I mean, obviously people like you and people that other successful people like yourself, obviously there was a time you didn't know any of this stuff, just like the rest of us. So, no, I'm taking that advice to heart. I always like to dip anything financial anyway. You should probably dip your toe just to be on the safe side. I'm sure there's plenty of terrible stories that people can tell.
There's an interesting thesis going on in crypto right now with some of the big brains in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes something like this: they believe that NFTs will be safe havens during times of bear markets.
Gotcha.
We kind of saw this in the correction of May 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And if this plays out like that, it'd be very interesting because when the bear market hits, it used to be people just went into stable coins and yield farm.
Right.
Now they have the option of buying NFTs that hold daily passive income, and maybe they're a better store of wealth during bear markets.
Gotcha.
It'll be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we've had previous talks about, crypto in particular, sort of giving power back to people. And I think that's a smart thing, too. And when you have everything, diversification is always good. Obviously, if you're playing a traditional stock market or money market or whatever. But it's always good to have a place where you can go during a downtime and have things not bottom out and lose 40% like people did in 2009 and 2010, So
Absolutely. I'm, like I said, very excited to see how that plays out. I tend to agree with them. I think it will be a safe haven. I think nodes, NFTs, gaming, I think those things will act differently during the bear market if it comes anytime soon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is awesome, man. This gets me started. I'm going to go to OpenSea and start poking around and see if I can get in a little bit of trouble.
Right.
Just wet us a little bit. So, no, this is awesome. This is awesome info, man. And we're going to do more of these. Jason, I appreciate it. Getting us at least started with some NFTs. There's more to come. And everybody who's listening on YouTube or inside the platform, definitely make sure you check out all the tools and courses and all the stuff that we're building in Crypto Tax Shield. And if you're not a member, you should be. Shame on you if you're not. So we're a passionate crew, and we just want to protect you and your wealth that you're building. So we're going to do more, Jason.
Absolutely. John, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Take care.
Take care.